In China, there are over 110 million dogs living as cherished pets with their families. While many people prioritize personality over breed when choosing a canine companion, some select dogs based on rarity for status reasons. These individuals are willing to pay a premium for exclusive breeds to showcase their wealth. While this practice may not be universally admired, as long as the animals receive proper care, it is tolerated by many. However, a new trend emerged that caused one man to regret his decision to purchase a rare puppy. Yu Feili led an ordinary life in China, having been born and raised there. Growing up as an only child, his parents had high hopes for his future success. They envisioned him having a prosperous career, earning a good income, and being able to afford luxuries. They knew that in their culture, children often support their parents in their old age, so they saw Yu Feili's success as a means to ensure their own comfortable retirement. To help Yu Feili achieve these aspirations, his parents pushed him to study diligently for hours on end and participate in various extracurricular activities, including learning a musical instrument. They believed these efforts would impress colleges and set him on the path to success. However, despite their focus on academic and extracurricular pursuits, Yu Feili's parents never allowed him to have a pet dog, despite his repeated requests. As an only child, Yu Feili often felt lonely at home and yearned for the companionship of a furry friend to play with and spend time with. However, his parents firmly denied his requests, insisting that having a pet would only serve as a distraction from his studies and hinder his chances of getting into a prestigious college. Despite this setback, Yu Feili remained focused on his academic pursuits and eventually earned a place at one of the country's top colleges. Excelling in his studies, he graduated as one of the top students in his class and secured a coveted position at a well-paying company after completing his education. It seemed that everything his parents had hoped for him was finally coming to fruition. However, even amidst his success, Yu Feili couldn't shake off a lingering sense of loneliness, especially after moving out of his parents' home and into his own apartment. Determined to make his living space feel more welcoming and comfortable, he embarked on a stroll one day, intending to visit nearby shops and perhaps pick up a new video game that had recently been released. As he made his way through the streets, Yu Feili noticed an unusual sight up ahead, a street vendor peddling something out of the ordinary. Intrigued, he approached the vendor to get a closer look at what he was selling. Peering into the box beside the man, Yu Feili was utterly astonished by what he saw. In the box before him lay a litter of young puppies, each adorned with tiger-like markings on their fur, a sight that left Yu Feili utterly astonished. As he marveled at the unique pups, the seller approached him, eager to explain their rarity. According to the seller, these puppies belong to a highly coveted breed known as striped ridgebacks, nearly impossible to find elsewhere due to their high demand among buyers. Examining the puppies with growing interest, Yu Feili couldn't deny their admirable charm and the intrigue of their distinctive appearance. Perhaps, he thought, bringing one home could alleviate his sense of loneliness while also showcasing his wealth. With this resolve, Yu Feili inquired about the price of each pup. The seller revealed that they were priced at 400,000 Chinese yuan, roughly equivalent to $60,000 US. Though taken aback by the steep price, Yu Feili found himself unable to resist the allure of the fluffy, striped bundles before him. Determined to make one of them his own, he hurried to the nearest ATM, grateful for the savings he had accumulated from his job. Returning swiftly, he exchanged the money with the seller and selected his new furry companion with a heart full of excitement. Yu Feili decided to name his new companion Lu, a fitting name meaning tiger in Chinese. As he journeyed home with his furry friend, Yu Feili couldn't contain his excitement. Passers-by turned their heads, intrigued by the sight of the tiger-striped pup cradled in his arms. Yu Feili relished in the uniqueness of his new pet, knowing that none of his neighbors would have a dog quite like Lu. Upon arriving home, Yu Feili realized there were essential tasks to ensure Lu's well-being and happiness. The first order of business was to give Lu a bath. Given his time on the streets, there was a risk Lu had picked up fleas, and Yu Feili was keen to avoid being plagued by the pesky parasites. However, as he gently placed Lu into the bath, Yu Feili's excitement quickly turned to dismay. As the grime washed away, it became evident that Lu wasn't the rare breed Yu Feili had believed him to be. The once tiger-striped dog revealed itself to be nothing more than a common canine with black stripes painted onto its fur. Euphale was stunned. He had fallen victim to a scam. After drying off Lou, Euphale felt a deep sense of embarrassment. Unable to bear the disappointment, he found it challenging to even look at his newly acquired pet. However, Euphale understood that Lou was not to blame for the deception, and he deserved a caring home where he would be looked after. Euphale reached out to his parents, who were delighted to welcome Lou into their lives, as they had been feeling lonely since Euphale had moved out. Fortunately, Lou found himself in a loving environment where he was showered with affection and joy. As for Euphale, the experience taught him a valuable lesson about purchasing pets from unlicensed sellers. Regrettably, the trend of dyeing puppies' fur has become increasingly popular in recent years, leading to more instances of deception and disappointment for unsuspecting buyers.